What's good, YouTube? It's a Christ of Earth and Prophecy. And I had to put my smart glasses on, you know what I'm saying? I had to put my smart glasses on because, once again, I need to educate y'all people out there, you know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I'm saying? Um, so, you know, um, in sports, you have your ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Um, you have plays that doesn't necessarily go your way. You know what I'm saying? Um, you have plays that doesn't necessarily go your way, and you mad, you pissed off, like, oh my god, how come this play didn't work, or how come this, or how come he didn't catch that ball, or how come he didn't come down with that interception, or how come he didn't miss that shot. And basketball, you cannot see you cannot foresee it coming. You know, you have one guy dribbling the ball. It's not like you have five other guys you have to be accountable for. You know what I'm saying? Once that shot leaves your hand, it's up in the air. Whether you miss it or you swish it, it's up in the air for eternity. You know what I'm saying? In football, it's a different it's different because you got so much people you have to rely on. You know what I'm saying? You have the running back, the quarterback. I mean, you have the running back, the receivers, the fullbacks, the tight ends. Even if you do use, I don't even know who uses fullbacks anymore. But if you have those guys, you have to be accountable for them all. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, oh, the NFL's rigged, the NFL's fake, sports is not fake, but the NFL's scripted, the NBA's scripted. It's people like y'all that's killing the sport. Just enjoy it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not playing, you're just a fan. And fan is short for fanatic. So you're just a fan at the end of the day in those bleachers, you know what I'm saying, in those stands, either cheering or booing. It's not like if you show up, they're going to give you like $1 million, you know, under your seat for coming. You know what I'm saying? You're spending all your hard-earned money that you could be using for something else, probably putting your kids through college or paying rent, but you decide to use it on a meaningless game that doesn't necessarily, you know, make you feel like, okay, we won. Then what? You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't give 100%, 110% into football. I used to be a junkie, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be a nerd when it came to football, you know what I'm saying? But now it's just been watered down so much. So my video is about the word rigged, the word rigged, the word fixed, the word scripted. Now, let's say hypothetically you go to a job, right? You go to a job, you fill out an application. There's a 50% chance that you may get the job. There's another 50% chance where you may not get the job. You know what I'm saying? The person with the more resume will obviously end up getting the job versus the guy that just has one job, one resume on his job. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully sometimes they take a chance on you. You know what I'm saying? Is that being scripted? Is that being rigged? No. It's life, you know? Like, people screw up, people mess up a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you don't take it out on the refs, you know? Like, I was just watching I'm watching the Cowboys and Redskins, the Ravens right now, you know? Like, the the Cowboys kicker, he kicked it. It was good. The referee blew a whistle. They moved him back. He kicked it again and he missed. And it went for the same one. I mean, the Cowboys kicker did the same thing. He made it from 34. Okay, he drilled it. Referee called the whistle. He moved it back 10 more yards. He kicked it again and he missed. So, what do you call that? What do you call that? Do you call it missed opportunity or just bad luck? You know what I'm saying? But I just think that sometimes people don't get it. People don't get it or people don't try to get it or don't care to get it. You know what I'm saying? Sports is rigged. Sports is fake. Now, I'm not saying sports is fake, but sports is rigged. Sports is scripted for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all scripted for a reason. If sports wasn't scripted, teams like the Browns would win multiple Super Bowls. Teams like the Wizards would have won multiple Super Bowls. Teams like the Jaguars would have won multiple Super Bowls. Teams like the Redskins would have won multiple Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Teams like the Hawks, teams like, the Nets would have won multiple Super Bowls. So they fix it to distract the American public. You know what I'm saying? They script it to fix the American public. Because they don't want the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because if they go by according to plan, like if they literally see a hole and they don't call it, what does that tell you? If they see a pass interference and they don't throw the flag, you know what I'm saying? Or, if LeBron James draws a charge and they don't call it, what does that tell you? That means that they want the other team to obviously win. There's been betting in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? The referee that coached the Kings versus the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? That game, you could tell that game was totally rigged because everything went to the Lakers' favor. You know what I'm saying? Nothing went to the Kings' favor. You know what I'm saying? So, sports is rigged for reasons. You know what I'm saying? They have their reasons why they, you know, rigged games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say wrestling is rigged because wrestling is choreographed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually practice their hits and whatever they do beforehand. So when the show is over or when the show is about to begin, they know when to do it and they know when to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to watch WWF, uncut. And they used to show you behind the scenes where, they actually, you can actually see Mankind, or I think it was The Rock and Triple H, practicing their hits. You know what I'm saying? Like, like fake hitting, like The Rock would, go in the rope and said, cut his little promo and then he would run in the ring. And this is way before the fans even enter the building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, obviously you got your referees, you got the superstars that come first, and then they open the doors for the fans. But everything is choreographed. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing about football and basketball. The referees, the players, they come and before the fans do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to pay for your parking and you have to pay for your tickets. You know what I'm saying? And this whole, 9-yard bull crap. You know what I'm saying? So I just think, people just need to, open their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Sports has been rigged. Sports has been like this since, the dawn of time. Since we were all in diapers or babies, if you want to call it, we were sports was been rigged. It's always been rigged. So I don't know why people in 2020 is still saying sports is rigged. I still don't get it. Is life rigged? No. Like I tell people this all the time. Sports is grown man playing a child's game. That's all it is. Because right now, half of these players could have been doing something constructive. You know what I'm saying? Like half of these players, whether it's NBA, baseball, hockey, football, whatever you want to call it, they all could have been doing something with their lives. Some of them could have been CEOs, some of them could have been their own boss, some of them could have, had their own landscaping company. You know what I'm saying? Some of them could have been doing something with their life, constructive with their life, but they chose to play the sport that they love, for billions and billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Us as civilians, we do not have that right. I mean, actually, we have that right, but not for millions and millions of dollars, unless you're a rapper or you're very talented at doing something like, playing a guitar or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You could get far. But if you just, stuck in at a dead end job, 9 to 5 job, have to get up every single day, you know what I'm saying the same damn people every single day, it's hard, and that's where stress come in, and you feel like nobody understands you, and you feel like killing yourself, and that's when, suicide thoughts creep in and stuff like that. So, you just play your life like a deck of cards, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you was dealt with, you just, do it to the best of your abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like we all wanted to be something in life. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I wanted to be a basketball player. That didn't happen, so I had to, go to plan B and be a plumber. You know what I'm saying? If my, dream job didn't work out, I would have a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a plumber right now, but due to COVID, I'm on the call. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever they call me, I have to, basically go in there and do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? I work in different places. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I work in like schools, banks, whatever, churches. Houses even. But yeah, man. I basically tore up my knee. I blew out my MCL. So, the doctor said like it was a 50% chance I would re-injure myself again, you know? And I did not want to I didn't want myself to be labeled as a bust, as an injury prone player. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a lot of not Greg Monroe, what's that player? I think his name is Greg. I forgot his name. But it's gonna come to me. He was labeled as a bust. You know what I'm saying? Came out of Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Was the first pick for the Portland Trailblazers. You know what I'm saying? He was labeled as a bust. It's not like he couldn't play. He could play. You know what I'm saying? It was just that he was injury prone. You know what I'm saying? His legs gave out on him. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, Like, again, the same thing about bus, being a bus, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that they can't play. Some of them can play, some of them can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not labeling them all buses. You know what I'm saying? Some of them can play, some of them can't. Kwame Brown couldn't play. You know what I'm saying? Stephen A. Smith said that loud and clear in the airwaves. He has bad feet. He can't move. He has a decent post-up game, but don't know how to utilize it. You know what I'm saying? But they have never said that about Greg. You know what I'm saying? Greg could play. You know what I'm saying? He could play. It was just injuries that derailed him. You know what I'm saying? I could see why Kobe Bryant, LeBron James never went to college because, again, they critique everything you do, bad or good. You know what I'm saying? So if Kobe Bryant would have went to a college, whatever college he chooses, they would have said a lot of bad things, a lot of good things about him. LeBron James, if LeBron James went to college, they would have said the same thing about him. If KG went to college, Kevin Durant, if he went to college, they would have been saying the same thing about him, good or bad. They didn't want to hear none of them because they know what they can do. You know what I'm saying? They didn't need a whole bunch of people criticizing, their playmaking abilities and stuff like that, you know? So, it is what it is, So people just need to stop with this, rigging and fix and just enjoy sports, because you never know when you're going to be here. You could be here today, gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So just appreciate sports for the love and passion of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go 100 miles per hour saying that, oh, it's fixed, it's rigged, this. If you want to call it fixed, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? To the day that you die, you could call it fixed, rigged, whatever you want to. But, for me, I used to think sports was, just there to, motivate people and push people who can't play, themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why they have their kids in sports because they couldn't do it when they were their age. You know what I'm saying? They probably got a baby. They probably had like babies on the way, at an early age, so they couldn't really do it. So, they just had to, support, the household and all this stuff. So, that's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? And you have people that's in sports and still doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Getting bad grades, getting the fights, and then it is what it is. So, sports doesn't heal everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it fixes some things, but it doesn't fix everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be in sports and still do stupid crap, like the cornerback of the New York Giants did. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was found not guilty of the charges, you know what I'm saying? Because if he was found guilty, he would have been in a long jail sentence. He would have suffered a long jail sentence. So since he wasn't found guilty, I don't know if any team's going to pick him up. I'm talking about Baker, the cornerback for the New York Giants. You know what I'm saying? So even rappers, rappers who find themselves, same thing, not even athletes, musicians, you know what I'm saying? When they find themselves in a tough predicament, Rondo number 9, you know what I'm saying? When they killed LA, it just felt like, the whole world was just against them, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't know who to trust. So, he took it upon himself to kill the people, to kill the person that, set LA up, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing that he has a daughter, that cab driver had a daughter, you know what I'm saying, had a loving wife, didn't think about that, you know what I'm saying? And then on the worst part is they caught him on surveillance camera and they found his weapon in the gun scene, in the scene. So, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said at the beginning, man, just enjoy sports for the love of it. Like if you into that whole, conspiracy theory that, sports is rigged, sports is this, sports is that, then you're never going to enjoy sports as a fan, because you're always going to have that, one, that one voice in the back of your head saying, oh, it's fixed, or it's rigged, or it's this, or it's that. Dude, life is rigged. Life is fixed. There's some of y'all that hate your jobs right now. But y'all have to work. Y'all have to get up and pay the bills. So just like how they have to wake up and prepare every Sunday and every Thursday, every Monday, you know what I'm saying, putting their bodies through the line. They don't even get to see their kids most of the time because they on the road constantly. How you think they feel? Wrestlers. Wrestlers have it worse. They on the road every single day. They do not have any breaks whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I remember when John Cena was on a talk show host, And then the host asked John Cena, how many times y'all on the road? John Cena said 365 days. 365 days. That's a whole damn calendar year. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, picture you in John Cena's shoes, even though John Cena don't have no kids. Okay, Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? Like Randy Orton have a daughter. Picture Randy Orton on the road constantly every single day. You know what I'm saying? Don't have time for his kids. Don't have time to even, I mean, yeah, he have time to kiss his wife goodnight and goodbye and stuff like that, but he's on the road constantly. So imagine you in his shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to quit your job because you want to be with your family. I don't know, man. I don't know. But, I just had to put these glasses on to educate y'all about, rigging in sports. But, whatever you wanna feel free to, let me know in the comment section down below. Why is sports rigged? Why is everything rigged in life? You know what I'm saying? Y'all can let me feel free. Y'all can feel free to let me know. I hold no grudges, no bias. It is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.